Hello, this is Bridget with Divine Essentials. Alright, we're doing Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You can be the Scorpio, or you can be cross-watching for somebody that has Scorpio in any of those places within their chart. Obviously, I can't read for all of the Scorpios in the world, but I do intend that you maybe receive a message here. If it doesn't resonate at all, if it's not resonating as in you're like the person I'm saying they about, or vice versa, maybe check out the charts and see if a different reading, a different sign resonates better for you. Even though I'm Taurus for my main sun sign, I've realized that a lot of times I resonate with Capricorn readings more so because I have Capricorn for my rising and my moon. I also have Sagittarius if I do the other chart. So, I mean, it can really range, okay? So, if there's like a thing that's just not resonating at a certain time, maybe check out what's going on collectively and just figure out and use your intuition to guide you, okay? So, we're going to be finding out what is wrong with your connection, or what's been wrong with like the person, or maybe what's wrong on your side of this connection, okay? What the intentions are moving forward from the person you're dealing with, and have they or will they change? I'll also be doing the extended version of the reading to find out what you can expect over the next 4 weeks. If this person has something they'd like to say to you, what would it be? And then the final outcome of your relationship. So while I was shuffling, we have the Page of Cups coming out. And so I feel that the two of you probably incite that energy within each other. It could be a little bit of that nervousness or that young love type of vibration. Okay, so this can make you like a little awkward, a little weird. It can just make you feel like a little childlike, okay? This is also a card of apologies though, so I feel like maybe in the past something has happened. Yeah, we got the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. I feel like in the past something may have happened here. This person may owe you an apology. You may owe them an apology. But I feel like it may have been difficult for that person to do so. And it could come from that place of just awkwardness or of like immaturity. Not being able to be mature enough to be like, you know what? I made a mistake and I'm sorry. So I feel like the new beginnings that have maybe happened between the two of you, maybe you were expecting an apology or there was somewhat of an apology, but it never really got off the ground. I feel like your new beginnings didn't hold a whole lot of value, and that there could have also been third situations within this. This could have been other people that this person was dealing with. Maybe they were offering their cup to other people. They could be married. They could be committed elsewhere, but like trying to offer you this. Because this is like the first step of a relationship. It's like, hey, I kind of like you. Here's my cup. But if they're giving you their cup when they're dealing with other people, that could cause some issues, okay? And I guess it depends on their situation. If they're not like engaged or married or in a serious commitment, but they're dealing with other people, that's one thing. But not if, like, I feel like this, okay? If this person wants to offer you their cup, but they want to deal with and offer their cups to others, then you should probably keep your options open as well and date other people. Until this person's ready to offer you a valuable start and just be offering their cup to you, then in that instance you can go ahead and allow it to evolve and have that value and get off the ground. But I do feel like that has been an issue here. It's like this person may have wanted to have fresh starts with you. You may have thought you were going to get something good, maybe an apology, but it may have always ended up that there was some distractions. And this doesn't have to be people. This could be drinking, drugs. This can be like focusing all our time, energy, and efforts towards like something else, like working. There's just so many different things that this can be. And it's like a karmic-y energy for me that it's just a third element within this that's caused issues. Okay, that could even be ego. It's like maybe this person's ego is the third element here that's keeping them from being able to just step forward, take this off the ground, offer an apology for whatever's transpired, and move forward. I also have the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck, so I do feel like there was a very difficult, painful ending here, and it likely had something to do with the Three of Cups, okay? So, you know, this person could have been giving you the fresh beginnings of a relationship, and you thought things were going to go great, and you thought this was going to be that wonderful new start with somebody, and then all of a sudden you may have found out that they were otherwise engaged, or maybe they were giving their cup somewhere else, and that kind of just defeated you, put you into this energy of, oh my freaking God, I can't believe this. So that feels like an issue for sure here. I also have the Empress showing up, so that could have been an issue for some of you. Maybe you weren't, you know, showing up as an Empress, because as a feminine within Empress energy, she's a receiver of love. So maybe in the past you were just trying to give too much to this person. Maybe you were coming from a place of anxiety, and it was like, well, you know what, if they're giving their cup to, like, maybe this triggered like your ego or your rejection, your fears, and it could have put you into a place of like not being able to sleep, feeling the pain and the like, oh, let me fix this, let me offer my awkward cup to this person, let me see if I can get this person to choose me over this. And so you could have been coming from a place that was really like insecure and just having a lot of not so great vibrations coming off of you. Okay, so I feel like you may have wanted to be this person's Empress, but you weren't in the right vibration to be the Empress. And again, it's kind of like we were already talking about. If you're dealing with somebody who's offering their cup to everybody else, then, you know, you should be trying to receive somewhere else, because obviously they're not going to be giving to you what an Empress deserves. So until that person can give what an Empress deserves, you shouldn't even be open to receiving from them at all. But if they're coming at you with an apology, a valuable new beginning, and they're ready to remove those daggers, then you can consider it. But I just feel like you likely didn't have healthy boundaries, and there was some other stuff going on in this that has been difficult to deal with. I'm also picking up for some of them, because of this Page of Cups energy, there could have been a lot of anxiety as well, that just kind of, it was like maybe they did like you, maybe they wanted to offer their cup to you, but the awkward like nerves and like, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough, I don't know if this is gonna work out, could have come from like this energy. I'm sensing like this person could have been really tired too, whatever this third thing was, you know, whether it was drugs or just like filling up their time with some sort of distraction. This can be like workaholic type of energy. I feel like this was making them very tired, because the Nine of Swords is somebody that's like not sleeping well, they have a lot of anxiety, and so I feel mixed in with this energy of nerves and all of that, it may have ended up being like, you know what, I don't know if I can deal with this, let me just kind of like offer my cup somewhere that's going to be easy. And that tends to happen with karmic relationships. It's like they're not difficult, it's easier for them, they don't have to like put in any effort, so it's almost like, I'm just gonna give my cup here because I'm not gonna feel all that awkward stuff, I'm not gonna have to do this or do that. So that could have been something that was going on for you as well. But it definitely feels like there's been a painful ending between the two of you, and a lot of fear, okay? So I feel like the both of you have been in your head when it comes to each other, or when it comes to this connection, and it's caused tower moments, okay? So it was like you guys wanting to plant seeds for, I feel like you, whoever the listener is here, you probably wanted to plant seeds of potential for the future to blossom and grow with this person, and what you ended up having happen was a tower, okay? And again, that could have been you figuring out that they were giving their energy or their time to somebody else, or whatever it was, okay? This came crumbling down, and it was difficult. So let's see what this person's intentions are now, all right? Like, what's going on now in this connection? So I do have the Empress jumping out again with the Ace of Wands. So for some of you, I do feel like maybe after the Tower moment, you could have taken like the pain, the anguish, all of the stuff that you went through with this situation, and started focusing on yourself. You started a new beginning, you know, trying to work with your energy, maybe trying to figure out how to be an Empress. All right, and this can be vice versa too. It could be like if you're a man, you could just have like figured out how to be the Emperor, how to be the man that gives and protects and serves and decides and makes those decisions to give in a healthy way. But For a majority of my listeners, I know I deal with feminine, so I feel like the feminine within this, it was like you probably took this time to work on a healthier new beginning with your energy and overcoming the fears and things that you've probably got now in regards to love or in regards to opening yourself up to receive, possibly even from the person that caused the Tower moment. All right. But I do feel like this person's intention, if they're seeing you as this Empress, is to have a new beginning of passion. So the Ace of Wands for me can indicate like wanting to come together with you sexually, wanting to have a night of passion with you. So let's see what else their intentions are, because, you know, the Ace of Wands can go either way for me. It's like, what else comes out? I mean, this person can see you as an Empress. It doesn't mean they're going to treat you as one. You know, they may want to come in and sleep with you, but it doesn't mean that they're going to stick around or evolve out of that Page of Cups energy into something else. So what else is this person's intentions for this Empress or this Emperor, depending on the sex of the listener? We have the Death coming through, which is a major transformation. It is Scorpio energy. And we have the Eight of Wands. So I feel like this person, you know, has gone through transformation. They could have had an ego death. They could have had some sort of transformation within themselves. And I am also picking up that it was like, it could have been triggered by your transformation, okay? I feel like you went through your transformation as a result of what already transpired here, and now this person's starting to transform. They're wanting to transform the connection with you. They're wanting to take action. They're wanting to communicate. This can also indicate traveling. So this person may want to like come to you, which would be a thing that you do with an Empress, okay? You're not going to make an Empress come to you. You're not going to make an Empress make plans. You're not going to make an Empress pursue. The Empress just receives, okay? And so the masculine energy within the connection would be the one that takes this action, would be the one that, you know, brings forth the communication, tells this person that I would like to have a new beginning with you. Let me take you here. Let me do this. Let me do that. You know what? Let me come get you, and we'll go here and we'll do that. Okay. So it does feel like this person has good intentions, and they have gone through some sort of transformation in regards to how they communicate and how they move. And if they're at a distance from you, they may be even considering like taking a plane to your location to see you, to bring you the truth of the King of Swords. I also feel though this person is in their head, because the King of Swords is a logical person, but at least they're in alignment with their truth. And in this deck you see this, I feel like whatever perspective they've had in the past has also gone through a transformation. So again, I'm feeling it is how they saw you. Maybe they didn't see you as the Empress before, and I feel like it's because you didn't see yourself as the Empress before. You may have had really shitty boundaries. You may have had difficulty saying no. You were probably people pleasing, like, oh, let me do this and let me do that, and let me you know, chase after you and give to you and give to you. And that's not what you need to be doing. I mean, yes, you want to give and you want to nurture, you want to love, but you don't want to be the only one doing it. You want to hold yourself back a little bit and let this person do the same for you. But I really do feel like this person is like wanting to bring you communication, because we've got the Eight of Wands and the King of Swords. You know, this is somebody that wants to come forward. The Ace of Wands, they definitely are sexually attracted to you. There could be a lot of passion that you guys have already shared. But, you know, overall energy here for their intentions moving forward does seem positive. So let's see if there's anything else coming out for their intention. What is this person's intention? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, look at... She almost came out and then she did. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So again, I feel like this is kind of speaking to the fact of what I was already saying. This is, these two for me are very similar energies. The Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, like they're that loving, nurturing, you know, this is the woman that you would want to be nurtured by, to be taken care of in the ways that a feminine would take care of you. This is the woman that you pursue and you see the value of, okay? She's got healthy boundaries. She knows her value. I also have the Two of Cups here, which tells me that this person sees you as a significant soul connection or a soul mate. For some of you, you could have the term twin flame. But I definitely feel like this person's intentions are to show you that they actually have this emotion for you. Now, on the surface, they may be coming at you as a King of Swords. Kind of cold, very logical. There may not be a whole lot of emotion within the communication that they bring to you. But underneath that, I do feel like there is a whole lot of love that they do want to express to you. And I think the best way to allow for this is for you to be vulnerable with them, but not to the point where you have no boundaries, or not to the point where you're chasing and things like that, but just being authentic and open and able to let this person feel safe in expressing how they actually feel towards you. But let them come to you. Let them be the one that makes this offer. Let them be the one that, establishes the communication and takes some sort of action. And when they do, that's when you can feel safe to give a little bit to them. Have that equal going back and forth type of communication between the two of you. But I do feel like you may be guarded as a result of what's already happened here. And if you are, that's going to keep them in this King of Swords energy. If you want them to get in there to the emotion of the King of Cups and show it to you, you may have to, soften up a little bit and release any resentment, any anger, any fears that you have here that comes from this energy of the past, of the Five of Wands, of the conflict and the competition. And realize that as an Empress, there is no competition, okay? If somebody's coming back into your life after, whatever's happened here, obviously the competition wasn't much of a competition, right? So start looking at the things that you can see in your life and stop worrying about what's already happened here. Don't cry over the spilt cups, all the things that got knocked over. Realize that if this is your Two of Cups, that is coming back for a reason, and that this person sees you in this way, or they wouldn't, continuously pursue or want to take another go at this. And I mean, for some of you, there could be the situation where somebody just comes back just to come back, but I feel like for the majority here, this person does care. They do have truth to speak, and you're going to feel it. You're going to know if they're bringing more competition and conflict and bullshit, if they're going to be knocking over more cups and causing tower moments, or if they're actually showing, the value. You're going to see it within the way that they take action, the way that they communicate. Okay, so make sure you watch for the patterns, and that whatever has happened between the two of you, you're not setting it up to be repeated. So let's see, have they or will they change? Which I feel like we've already kind of seen and established here that, you're going to either know, or you look at that, we get Justice. So I do feel like this person's likely gone through some karmic repercussions. We are in a time right now where that energy is happening. Like whatever we've put out in the past 2 years, whatever we've done in the past 2 years, we're receiving the karma of that. And with the Justice card here, this is balance. This is also like people making changes. This can be people filing for divorce. This is people signing big contracts. And with the Knight of Swords, again, that's that rushing in with communication type of energy. So I definitely feel like if this person didn't initiate communication in the past with you, didn't want to talk to you in the past, or there was just a suffering of communication, they just maybe it was just too awkward, or maybe they just never really opened up to you. I feel like that is something that you could have justice with moving forward with this person. I also have the Page of Swords here, which is somebody that is kind of on the sideline, waiting and watching, waiting for the right opportunity to make that move, waiting for their time to shine, waiting for their ability to come in and say, okay, you know what, I'm ready to work together with you. Let's build something, beautiful. Let's work on building something stable in the physical, because this is the Three of Pentacles. This is two people working together to build a cathedral. So I do feel like this person definitely wants to message you or say something to you. For some of you, could have already said something. They may have already established something with you or said something to you. But if not, I feel like they have changed, and you will hear something as a result of it. All right. So again, that will be part of you knowing too if this person has changed or not, is if they come to you. Do not go towards them. Let them come to you. Be in your Empress energy and just receive. And, use your intuition to figure out, is this communication a repeat of the past? Is this going to be another karmic cycle? Because for some of you, this justice may be you have to figure out if this is something you got to say no to cut the karmic cycle from happening again, or if this is something that is now going to give you the justice for what you've already gone through here and is setting you up to work together to build something with somebody that does see you in your Nine of Pentacles energy. So this is that pre-Empress. So a lot of you, you know, you may be in Empress energy, but if you're single, you're technically still pre-Empress, because the Empress is somebody that has their 10 of Pentacles, has somebody that's made that offer to them, that's given them the 10th Pentacle to build something beautiful and stable, you know, what you've always dreamed for, your happy ending, your 10 of Cups, your 10 of Pentacles. And for me, they're very similar energies. This is the emotional fulfillment, and it's like she's just waiting on her 10th Pentacle to have all of what she's ever wished for. And I feel like you probably already are filling yourself up emotionally, and that's what helps to put you into this energy, to attract the abundance that you need, you know, to feel this way. So I feel like on your own, you're good, you're great. And that's actually what's setting up for you to bring in somebody who's going to now say, okay, let's work together to build something. Let's bring justice to this. I now see your value. I see what, you know, what was wrong here before. Let me make it up to you. Let me take action. Let me be the one that kind of like because you need to let the masculine role lead and let the feminine role. And it's not like, because I can feel some of you be like, meh, it's not like lead in a bad way. It like where it's like a control thing. It's like you just let them lead by their example, by the way that they're acting and what they're doing. And if they're not acting in a way that feels good to you, then let them go and find somebody that is going to give to you what you feel you want and deserve. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you should never be waiting for anybody. And that's the thing too. Like if this person's not showing up, don't just sit around idly waiting for somebody. Go out and live your life. Go out and date. Go out and have fun. You know, fill these cups up, because that's going to put you into the vibration of receiving what it feels like to be in that. I know so many people like block themselves off from that, feeling like they're going to just wait for the one. And I'm not saying you have to go out and date a shitload of people or get serious with a shitload of people, but you should at least be, you know, practicing, you know, like receiving. What does it feel like to go out on a date? What does it feel like to talk to somebody in like a high value masculine energy? Somebody that has their shit together, somebody that is going to initiate things and is going to treat you in a way that you deserve to be treated. And then you may end up finding that the way you were being treated or the way that this person is going to treat you isn't going to be good enough for you. So it'll at least help you to understand and establish what you do want and where you are headed and what is going to give to you this, rather than just sitting here waiting for somebody that may potentially just play you or come in and out. It's time to start growing and healing. So what we're going to do, because I do feel like for a lot of you, this person has changed. Yeah, they've stepped into their strength. But again, there's always a potential. There's a lot of people out there that you may be, like, I feel like for those of you who are just like, oh, waiting, you're going to be attracting somebody that's going to come and go, because they're going to sense this energy on you. You know, they're going to feel that you're just kind of like there waiting and like, oh, I can come in and go and I can do what I please, because this person is never going to, you know, care. This person doesn't have any boundaries. This person doesn't have the strength to say, you know what, fuck you and your ego. I'm going to find somebody that's going to treat me appropriately. All right, so it really is dependent upon you and what you're doing and all of that. But what I'm going to do is dive deeper into this to find out what you can expect over the next 4 weeks, what this person has to say to you, and then the final outcome of this connection. And I can already kind of tell that we have 2 storylines here. So I'll try to read for those of you who are dealing, you know, in your Empress energy, and for those of you who may be still kind of stuck or holding on to something that hasn't been healthy for you. All right, so if you'd like to join me, the link will be down below, but I definitely feel like a lot of you will be getting that new communication from somebody. All right, so thank you guys very much. In Mune, namaste.